I'm Lenny Lottig, and I'm from Meyersdale, PA. And I have ITI trailers and truck bodies, and then this is our truck that we use for in W900L Motorsports, which we use for drag racing.
I assume it's a 100th anniversary,
That
so
it
it's
is.
a 2023.
It's number 800 of 900.
Nice. And company colors, I assume?
No, this is the anniversary collar, because I thought if I'm getting an anniversary truck, there was one of the three, they had three collar options to do the anniversary collar, and it was black, red, or the silver. Well, the silver was the closest thing that would fit our company collars and some of the race cars that we have. So I went with the silver versus the red and the black.
All right, and what about back there? What's going on behind the cab?
Well,
of the truck?
we bought a conventional day cab with a 406-inch wheelbase, and then I had Jason Deach Custom Coach build me a 23-foot box with a 2-foot slide out for the RV living quarters. Yeah, he built the box and finished the inside out. Then I went and did the lighting and all the stainless steel work we did at my shop, because we painted it then at my shop to match the truck. Then I had to paint the trailer to match the truck then also. And this only goes to the races. Like I say, this only is used to haul the cars to the racetrack. So it gets used 12 to 16 times a year. It gets taken out to go to the racetrack. So.
But you don't have to deal with hotel rooms.
No, we don't.
How many does it sleep?
Well, this was built just for our needs. So has a full-size bedroom in it, and then it has a couple recliners in it. But it's made for me, my wife, and our dog Louie. We took the stripes and then continued the theme onto the truck and to the trailer. Reversed the stripe at the back of the truck.
Oh yeah, that is cool.
To kind of tie it in.
What's the trailer?
The trailer is a 53-foot T&E. We can haul three cars on top, and then the bottom is full workshop.
And what sort of racing is it?
We do NHRA drag racing, is what we travel around with, and the stress-relieving hobby per se.
Do you drive?
I drive the car, drive the truck. So this is our second truck that we've had. So we was able to go and build it. We knew what we needed and what we didn't need. Like, we didn't need no big kitchen, because we looked at wasted space. Like, because we don't do any cooking in here. I mean, because we never go camp. This is the first time that we've ever taken any of these trucks to something that was not a race. So, like, we need a microwave to heat up something when we're going down the road. Like, we have a small induction countertop stove there, but we've never ever used. I mean, like that pot is right there. You can boil water in that pot, take the pot off, lay your hand on that countertop, because it's an induction stovetop.
Right there?
Yeah, right there. It's the coolest thing. I don't even know how to even turn the thing on, because it's kind of sophisticated to get turned. Yeah, there's a little deal right there. You can go and you can have water boiling there and lay your hand right on there, and it won't burn your hand. It's the coolest thing ever. But there's burners in there that goes. We got to have special pots to make them work. But when we're at the races, we have an outdoor kitchen set up, because we're feeding 20 people. So we have massive grills and so forth that we use outside. So like, we didn't need wasted space in here with the counter, because with the kitchen. Now we do have a full-size fridge in there. Our requirements was we wanted a full-size bed. Because our old truck had an air mattress that folded out to make, so you had to pull the couch out, blow up the air mattress, and it was comfortable, but it was just a pain in the butt. Where I'm like, we want it, because like most people only use these trucks for extended weekends at races. When we go out west, like our one in the fall, we're going for between 5 to 6 weeks.
For racing or just for vacation?
For racing.
Okay.
Because we do multiple, because we go out west, it's, you don't truck back. And we could fly back, but I've got my big company now to where I can do work and not have to be back.
Or it can run without you being there.
I don't have to be there, overseeing. I have enough good people that can run the place when I'm not there. So I mainly needed a little small workspace and just someplace to hang out, like at night whenever you're tired and just wanting to
and a
take
nice
a break.
Big shower.
And a nice big shower, yeah.
So I noticed it's not the normal camper-sized shower.
No, that's a full-size.
It's a full adult-sized shower.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, some people the Quinn did a video, and the people commented on how small the sink is in the bathroom. Like, what? Like an airplane bathroom. I'm like, you're brushing your teeth and you're shaving, you're washing your hands. You're not in there cleaning a turkey.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not. You don't need the farm.
Yeah, and even like that there, you wash a little bit of dishes in here. Like I said, it's not. Like I say, because we've done this enough, we knew exactly what we wanted and what we didn't need.
What was your previous hauler? What did you have before this?
It was a Coronado, a Freightliner Coronado, which, for a Freightliner, that's the best of them.
There is one Coronado on my channel, and it's a pretty cool one.
And it was a very nice Coronado, and it had a 20-foot Renegade box on it.
How did I not notice these stools?
We originally had recliners in here because, again, you don't know till you don't know what you want, you know. So I was like, well, I wanted more of a workspace, and so actually we got this. So this will slide out, so you can use this as a tabletop or a desktop. Yeah. And then I made these swivelable seats. I made, and then these actually will go and pop off and lock in place and swing around to to travel down the road. It kind of goes.
Storage.
Yeah, they go and you pull the pin and they lock in place down there.
Wow, it's like you're a welder or something.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Well, when you have 4 engineers in a full fabrication shop, it's easy to go and like sketch these things out on a piece of paper. And one engineer drew them up, we burned them up, welded them up.
With the idea,
yeah, just sketched it right up like I knew kind of how I wanted it to work. At the end of the day,
so here
swivel seats.
In Chillicothe here for the show, are you staying in here or you have a hotel?
No, we stay here.
Kind of
never use a hotel.
Here. What about the dog? Does Louie enjoy riding in here?
Yeah, well, it's all he's ever known. I mean, because he goes to work with me. He's at our welding shop. I mean, he goes with us everywhere. I mean, that dog is with me practically 24/7.
I think that shower is bigger than the shower in my house. But I mean, also there's a sink right here. So why do you need a big sink right there? Well, this is amazing. And I assume you're going to keep this for a long, long time.
I plan on retiring with this.
Do you like traveling just for fun too? Like, would you just drive around and camp in this? Not so much? Got to have a race at the other end?
Yeah, unless it's a race, we're not going.
And what is race season? All year?
The race season starts beginning of March and goes till like the end of October, beginning of November. But then we go to Florida, Bradenton to test over winter because that's a nice little getaway to go. And so like December, January, we try to still run down to Bradenton, because it's, we live in southwestern PA at the highest point in Pennsylvania, so we have crappy weather.
You want a reason to get out in the winter?
There's a reason there's like 5 ski resorts within, an hour drive of us. There's a reason. There's that, and there's a lot of windmills, And like say, now that's something that's not typical in RV. Now all the new RVs all have this crazy touch screen wireless stuff. I'm like, I want a simple switch that can turn off, that it's not going to go bad in 10 years from now.
Yeah, if the computer fails, everything fails.
I mean, it's bad enough we have the little power management for the solar chargers and stuff. It's here. That's everything else. I want it old school switches. My theory is keep it simple.
Yeah. Well, if you call this simple, I assume you had a different setup before. Wanted an upgrade, knew what you needed?
I bought a used Coronado hauler because, in 2000, whenever we was looking for one, the wait time for anything new was astronomical. So I found a Coronado that had a 20-foot box on it that I was able to buy. It had 23,000 miles on it whenever I bought it. So we used that, and then I was able to go and order this and have this built. But it took 3 years from the time, because we just got this truck done. The end of April was the first outing with this truck.
This April?
Yeah, we literally finished the truck the week that I took it to the race. Like, we was to the last minute.
So how did you get here, and how did they know that the truck existed? Oh, that you would have been building it and they would have known it was being built.
Well, the Quinn from Elegance on 18 Wheels had been following the build on Facebook because there was a W900 group that we posted the truck whenever it came, because everybody was wondering what we did with a day cab that with a 406-inch wheelbase. And so as we was building the truck, I would throw pictures
406?
6-inch wheelbase. I would throw some pictures on Facebook there a little bit. And Quinn contacted me and said, when I get the truck done, he would like to come and do a video of it. He came the day before we left to go to Florida to test with it.
Well, hopefully this video turns out a little bit differently, because now you've been using it a little bit. At least it's been driven.
It's been driven. It's been stuck. This thing was stuck in 6 inches of mud. I get pulled out with a loader. We got 6 inches of rain at a race in Gainesville, Florida.
Oh, geez. Question, since we're at the Kenworth plant here, what made you pick a Kenworth?
Oh, because that's the only option there was.
Not a Western Star?
No.
Or a Freightliner? Or 389?
I mean, I do a lot of work with our Peterbilt dealership, and they was working hard to get me a 389, but I'm like, I'm a W900 guy. And especially I knew they was going to be discontinuing them eventually. I wanted to make sure I got one. because the extended cab on the W900 is superior to the Brand X.
And you started out welding, you have a CDL, now you have your own business customizing trucks. Did you work as a truck driver at some point?
Nope. I just got my CDLs just because of the amount of trucks that we build and delivering them. And, you know, I mean, when I first bought my company, I was my one and only salesperson. So I would go and drive the trucks myself to potential customers to try to sell them. So, you know, I became a trucker out of necessity.
Oh, yeah. Was there any trucking in your family, or it just fell upon you as your career changed?
Yeah. Well, because like I say, I was a welder building trucks, and you know, and then I would, you know, because in the oil field business, I would build a tractor with a winch in the back, and I would build the low boy, and I would go out and show it and sell them. And that was how, because, you know, my competitors would go and show stuff off a brochure. I would wheel in with a truck and a trailer and say, come see what I got.
Going back to the truck, what's the engine, transmission, and all that stuff?
It has the 605 Cummins in it, and it also has the 18-speed auto select. Because, like say, for resale value and also for my wife to be able to drive it, I bit the bullet and got the auto shift just because of looking at the bigger picture. That is because for the resale value, because, you know, one of these days I will be getting rid of it, and it's almost impossible to have someone that can actually drive, you know, a real truck to be able to buy these typically. So.
And if you're riding around with another person, it's always good that they can drive it also.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, it is registered as a motor coach, so we are exempt from most of the regulations. I mean, you should still have to have a Class A, but it doesn't have to be it has to be a non-CDL Class A, because technically it's anything over 10,000 pounds, you have to have a Class A. So technically my wife has to have a Class A, but it's a non-CDL. So it can be taken with any vehicle combination that has a pulling at 10,000. I mean, you can get a Class A with a dually and a trailer. I mean, I have my Class A CDLs because of my work requires it, because we manufacture trucks and trailers. So I've been in the trucking business all my life.
Well, can we start at the back and just take a peek inside really quick?
Sure.
And since there's no one back here, tell me what we're looking at a little bit. I've only ever been in one race car hauler before.
This is our crew chief and works area here. Like, this is the table where we work on our transmissions, because we got to change the gear ratios in the transmissions and at the races. And like this is some of the little jewelry, eye candy. These are all the ratios we use in the transmissions, and those are the gear ratios.
That looks like a display in a museum or something. That's beautiful.
Like I said, this is where the work happens here. Like, say, we have weather stations that we're monitoring the weather, and like, say, this is the think tank area here.
Fold down desks.
And this just has, like, say, we carry spare motors in here. This is our engine changing hoist that slides out. We throw electric hoist in it, because at the races we typically pit off of our the driver's side, because then we'll have a teammate that has a similar setup. He pits on the other side, and then we have pro awnings that latch together. And so, because we have in a 28-foot by 53-foot work enclosure for the races.
And that's more storage up there?
That's more storage, yeah. We have three cars goes upstairs. Say it's 53 foot inside to be able to haul, like say, we can do 3 race cars, or 3 cars total upstairs.
I've said this a lot of times in videos, but I wish people could smell this video right now. It smells like a new car in here. That's the vibe I'm getting.
Well, not to take away from the video, but it may be because of the fresh air, because of the bathroom in here.
It smells like a new car dealer. It's great. And carpeted walls, is that for protection for the cars?
No, that's just it hides the dirt. The race cars we have are clutch, so we get the clutch dust. We take the transmission out and grind the clutches every pass. Actually, outside there's a clutch grinder. So between the clutch dust and also the carbon fiber brakes, I mean, this thing is it's filthy at the end. It's so dirty we have to wipe it down every evening because everything gets so black. Because we've had, actually, this is the second season for this race trailer, because like I say, the trailer showed up quicker than the truck did.
Now what are we looking at?
We just won Charlotte earlier this year, which was our first race of the year for this car, this class. So like I said, that was the coveted NHRA Wally, the bragging rates, right, of winning that. That's what they call a Wally, named after Wally Parks.
You couldn't have gone like 0.9 miles an hour faster.
You know, yes, it's like just to break the 200 mile an hour mark. Well, this is our main car that we've been racing, Holley EFI Factory X division. It was a new class that they kind of was experimenting with. You have to use a factory base LSX engine with factory specs. So the cam, it's very it's stock eliminator rules for the engine. We've been able to push them to, we're making over 1,500 horsepower with a stock-based engine. And it has to have a 5-speed Liberty transmission, 10.5W tires. And this car has a factory, the only thing that's factory in this is the quarter panels, roof, and rocker panels. Everything else is carbon fiber and tube chassis car.
Oh, I was just going to look through the hole in the window. Wow. How did you get into this?
I've been drag racing since I was 16 years old. I did take a 10-year hiatus from racing whenever I bought the company because I didn't have money nor time. And so we've been fortunate enough here, like 5 years ago, we got back into racing. At this level, like I say, we just did local stuff, but then was fortunate enough to get into it. And it just kind of, I always said drag racing or any racing is worse than a drug. It's very addicting. So it just kind of blew up into racing at this level now because we've been having a ton of fun with it.
Well, yeah.
Because I found out winning is so much more fun.
Is that a camera mounted to the steering column in there?
No, that is the shift light. Because like I say, you have to manually shift these. And actually, I raised that because the margin of error in these is so tight. If you short shift them, it's you burn the clutch up. So you only have about a 300 RPM factor to be able to shift within at the right amount of time from a good run to a bad run.
Are those parachutes?
Those are 2 parachutes, yes.
Is that in case of emergency situation, or that's how you stop?
You have to use them every time. When this car comes back, the tires are taken off, the clutch transmission is pulled out, the clutch gets taken apart. We regrind the clutch discs to get them back square. That's the clutch grinder. You have to service the engine. So it takes us 50 minutes between rounds. And that's with 3 people working on the car, because I do the engine and we have 2 other people. So it takes 3 of us to service the car at 50 minutes between rounds. Some days I'm like, I can go back to work, take a rest.
Need a vacation from your vacation? Man, everything is so clean. You take excellent care of everything.
Bill Jenkins was the kind of the founder of what they call Pro Stock. And when this class came out last year, there was a handful of us did throwbacks. This was kind of a remake of what his car looked like in the 60s and 70s. And my crew chief that I have was a crew chief for Bill Jenkins for 17 years. So that was our tie back to lineage of the Bill Jenkins. So we did a Bill Jenkins tribute car. So like I say, we'll run that this year yet, and then we'll be done with.
How long have you been using that car?
This is the 2nd season for it.
So what is your day job?
I'm a welder by trade, but then I went through the evolution of a welder to now I own my own business, and we have a welding shop where, say, we primarily build aluminum and stainless steel vacuum trucks and vacuum trailers. I mean, that's the core part of our business, but we also do a lot of custom business in the oil and gas, heavy specialized units that we do for, like, say, oil and gas. But our core business, anything that's liquid, we make something to haul it with, from potable water to hazardous waste to standard sewage, for septic trucks. We do grease trucks. I mean, like I say, anything that's fluid, we make a tank to haul it with.
All right, and you ship them all over, or they go all over the place?
All over the country. I mean, we ship some stuff all over the world. I mean, we ship over to Africa. We did stuff in oil field in Africa. I mean, we have stuff in Russia. So, like I say, I mean, Canada, we do the North Slopes. Up in Alaska, we have a lot of units.
So are you like building bodies for trucks and trailers?
Customers bring us a bare chassis, and then we do the complete outfit. I mean, I just got some T800s delivered, came from this plant just last week that we're going to be building. So
well, that's quite a career change, or like the way that your career has morphed from welder to owning a business like that? That's pretty cool.
I've been pretty blessed in life. That's for sure.
I guess for anyone who's watching this, maybe younger kids that are just starting out on trade school or something.
I went to Votech in high school. I did my last 3 years of high school. I took the welding class, and then I worked on co-op my senior year at a place that made stainless steel fire trucks. Worked there for 8 years, and then I went to the company that was Benson Trailers and Truck Bodies. I worked there, and then in 2006, whenever the trucking industry took a pretty good hit, and that the company was closing locations down because they had 6 manufacturing plants, and I was running the production of the one plant. And they offered me to move to Kentucky to run the manufacturing plant there. Well, the owner of that business made it advantageous for me to go and buy it. I mean, he helped me greatly. I mean, it was pennies on the dollar. So I was able to buy the company and sustain it. So like I say, that guy, his name was Buck Harless. He was quite the gentleman. And like I say, he could have easily shut the plant down, but he said he would rather help the community and help sustain the jobs there. So I was 34 years old and became business owner.
So I'm just sort of imagining that you would just kind of say yes along the way. You would learn stuff along the way and just take the opportunities as they came. And
like I say, you don't have to be smart. You just got to surround yourself with smart people. It's got me this far in life.
So how many employees do you have?
I have 56 employees.
That is amazing.
Yeah, and actually over the time, at one point we had 90 employees. In the heyday of the oil field boom. We were hiring anybody with a pulse, but we actually do the same amount of work with 56 employees as we did with 90.
Efficiency.
Just because I learned to buy the best equipment that I could possibly buy, so we was able to take a lot of hours out of our builds and work. So like I say, we cut efficiencies huge.
You definitely get what you pay for in life. I've learned that the older I get.
Which is, I still have one of our company trucks that we redid as a 2002 T800. And like I say, I still have it. We've had that truck since new. And like I said, and I've always liked the Kenworths. And like I say, to me, the W900 is,
So then I imagine the truck and trailer behind you here have quite a lot of pretty incredible stuff that you've done to them.
Yeah, like I say, all of the stainless steel work on the truck, we did all of that in-house ourselves, from the front bumper to the back. Like I say, everything on the exterior we did, because we do some of that gingerbread work for other customers now. And so my truck, I literally ran out of things to think about to add to it.
Well, I was not planning on taking so much of your time, but this has been excellent.
Well, thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, an excellent tour guide. So I can't wait to share this, and your whole story is pretty darn cool.
Well, like I said, when they called and asked if I'd bring the truck out here, I was like, sure. And then I said, you just want the truck? And they're like, no, we want you to bring the trailer. And then the other week, it was like, would it be too big of a deal to bring a race car? So I said, hey, whatever.
When you give a moose a muffin, truck show edition.